Well, hey guys, welcome back to the Houston Kilby YouTube channel, and I'm Houston Kilby. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and yes, we are working on the GTO today. It's been a while. I know you guys have been biting at the bit, wanting to know what all's happening on it and that stuff, and I've got some stuff done on it, and I think you guys are going to enjoy today's episode, what all we got going on this thing. So let's deep dive into this real quick here and talk about what all is going on. Okay, so in today's episode, we are going to be mounting the radiator. I had to cut off the old mounts, and I'll show you that to you here really soon here. And we had to mount the surge tank, okay? All right. The reason that we remounted the radiator was at the last event we went to, Pontiac's and Pigeon Forge, we had a long haul to get to where we needed to get to, and I started noticing some problems I didn't like, okay? And also removing the radiator was too complicated. I didn't like it, so went back to the drawing board and changed it up. So I'll show you guys that design here very soon, and let me tell you why we did that as well. This car is a multi-purpose car. Okay, I get tons of questions of where we're going to be racing at, what we're going to be doing with it, are we going to be street driving it? Yes to all the above, okay? Now, there's an extreme problem with that when you try to take a race car and also do street car stuff with it. Your car has to be a transformer just about it, okay? So it has to transform into multiple different types of vehicles just so it can still perform well for both uses, all right? So when you're on the street, you need more stuff, you need more radiator, you need more cooling stuff, you need more fuel, you need more of everything just about when you're on the street to keep you going versus as being at the racetrack, you know? And when you're on the street, you know, you need 20 gallons or plus, easy, especially if you got something that's gonna be drinking fuel like this. And then when you're at the racetrack, you don't need that much fuel. You may only need 7 to 10 gallons when you're racing a motor like this. So that being said, we want to get rid of a lot of weight when we go to race mode and do it as quickly as possible. So that's why we wanted the radiator removable, we wanted the surge tank removable up here, and also the fuel cell in the rear that feeds this surge tank, okay? We want everything removable so we can get rid of all that weight when we're in race mode, right? Weight is key when it comes to that. All right, so that will take care of that section there. We're going to be doing a bunch of fabrication there, and I've also got a bunch of new parts in, and let's talk about these parts first, and then we'll jump into the fabrication side of the video. So let's have some fun, guys, and sit back and enjoy. Alrighty, guys, this is one of the new parts that we got. Heard us just talk about it a little bit, and that is the surge tank, okay? And we also got new fittings for it to actually hook up to everything we need to hook up for. Some of the fittings on it are too small for the things that we need. So what's the surge tank for? All we're doing with the surge tank is, this is like a pickup tank for our mechanical pump, okay? So our fuel cell in the trunk, all right, the big one back there, has an electric pump that pumps up to here, feeds this one, fills it up. We can keep an eye on it, how much fuel's on it right here. A sending unit, and then it feeds this fuel pump. And if this thing overfills or gets too much in it, we'll have a return line going back to the tank. That simple. All right, it takes care of that section right there. And we'll walk on over here and look at the other parts. Okay, some other parts that we got, it's pretty cool, is definitely a big shout out to my wife Hannah. I had a birthday a couple weeks back, and she got me some very new parking lot lenses and the chrome bezels that goes around them, and some other cool components here. We've got a bad panel on the driver's side, which is right in here in this location. All right, you guys can see the front end over there. All right, it's in pretty rough shape. So I went to Ames and we ordered this to fix that whole section there. It had so many patch panels in it, I was tired of working on it, and when we can just replace the whole thing. All right, so that's what that's for. We also, in a future video, have a headliner kit coming for the Black Tempest, okay? So stay tuned for that. I wanted to get a new headliner for it, and all new window lace and all that good stuff, and we'll be putting a headliner in that thing very soon. So that'd be a cool project to come. Alrighty, guys, so this little part right here, I thought I'd have fun with it and kind of unveil this extremely expensive part and took some money to save up for. This is our Enderley pump, right? This is the mechanical pump and the pulleys and the drives and all that good stuff that we needed for the motor. Got that bad boy from Good Vibrations, and we really appreciate those guys getting that sent out to me very, very quick. And yes, the pump has been flowed. This is one of the biggest pumps that Enderley makes to run our application, and it was a really exciting moment to get the fuel pump. Alrighty guys, and lastly but not least is the new fuel cell in the rear. Gotta give a big shout out to my dad, Matt Kilby, for sponsoring that to us. This was the old fuel cell in his hot rod truck. You guys have seen videos on it. This is a 22-gallon Jazz cell, okay? And this will work great for our streetcar applications, okay? A lot of people have asked me why I'm not putting an aluminum fuel cell in the back of it to match the aluminum one up front. The reason for that is, one, I didn't really want to build an aluminum fuel cell for it, and two, where we're going to be running on alcohol some on the street, I didn't want to have to deal with fuel cell problems with alcohol. I've seen some issues with that in the past if you don't get them coated on the inside and for how expensive they are, and this one was gifted to me. Hey man, this will work great. Big shout out to Dad there for that. Okay guys, we are over here at the drawing board. Please disregard this drawing for now. We'll talk about that in the surge tank section, okay? All right, so what we're going to be looking at is this U looking shaped piece right here, okay? This is the old radiator support that was in the car before, okay? This is the first one I built for it, and it was not strong enough. It had several supports underneath it. You can see one right here. It had several others welded on this as well to keep this strong, okay? This is chrome moly, right? It is super strong, but the size radiator we had for street use, this just wasn't enough, okay? And also, this piece wasn't removable. It was welded in right here and right here. And those location guys is this bar right here, okay? That's that bar, and the other one right over there, okay? That's those two locations, all right? So I took that information. This worked, okay? We didn't want to completely throw away the idea, but we needed to beef it up to bigger tubing, okay? So we went to 1 inch 120 wall, and we also used tubing disconnects, okay? You take out these two Allen heads, and that tubing can completely come out of there. So it's a super, super cool system, and it works really, really well. All right, and that's what we went to there. We fabbed that up, and also, I will show you that here in just in a minute with the radiator off. We also fabbed up the water pump to be connected to these mounts here, okay? So now when you pull the radiator out, the water pump comes with it. So that way, we've got the least amount of things we got to unbolt, meaning unbolt this, and now the radiator, the fans, and the water pump all come off with it in one whack there. So that's the reason why we done that. So let's get into fabbing that up, and we'll show you what that looks like with the radiator off. Well, there we go, guys. So we got ourselves a little bit of this S-shaped looking mount going on right here, tying into this, and then beefed it all up with this size tubing. It's a 1 inch going back into this. It still needs to be welded up and stuff, but you know, something with these style mounts, when you go to do final welding on stuff, especially something this diameter, you want to make sure and do it while this is actually bolted up to the car. If you don't, the flexing of it will make this kind of hard to get lined back up when you take it in and out. But there we go, guys. We're rocking and rolling. It's looking good. Alrighty guys, this is the surge tank mounting portion here. We've got the tank upside down, and this is kind of what I'm coming up with here. I've got to make a border for this thing, and we're also going to have to relocate some tabs here in just a second. Yep, right here. We cut these things off. These are existing tabs that was on the tank. They just wasn't going to work where they're at. and then I welded them onto the sides there, and also rounded the edges off. Just went ahead and got that out of the way, and didn't want to bore you guys with that. So now you guys can see our mounts here. Check that out right there. Boom. That's what I'm talking about. I think this works out really, really nice, and this deal will bolt on here. Alright guys, I'm going to put this thing on, show you guys how this works. Again, it's just a disconnect, and I'll get my good helper here to help me out, just kind of steady this for the first time here. So I'm going to get it on right here. Alright, Jesse, kind of steady it there, man.
Gonna be a dang transformer by the time we get done with this thing.
That's right, man. We'll transform it.
It's going to have a password.
What kind of password we're going to put on, like a 10-digit or what? I hope it'll be simple, like at least a 4-digit, you know?
Maybe cylinder numbers.
Cylinder numbers. Alright guys, that's it right there. Not bad. Not bad. That's how we do it. We'll be putting a cap on this right here. I'm out of them right now. But got it all tacked up pretty good, and I think we're ready to roll. Alright guys, thought I'd show the weight of the door here. You know, the last video we put up of this thing, get you guys a guess the weight. Big shout out to Mr. Paul there. Got in contact with him, and we're in good shape. Okay guys, I almost forgot about this part right here that we done. I needed to weld on some new AN fittings on this breather tank for our valve covers on the GTO, and I was really, really happy with this TIG work that I put out here, and I was very, very happy with the end result. This thing had oil coming out of it from places that I had this thing drained, and it still brought even more out once I heated it up, but it really surprised me the welds came out like what they did, but it turned out nice. And check this bad boy out here. Coming up soon, we'll be plumbing this dude in, and you guys get to see this thing in service. Alrighty guys, let's walk on over here to the front of the GTO. We'll talk about some stuff here. So, since the door weighing thing did so well, you guys commented on that to death, and that worked out great for us. That helps us get out there, and it was really like a fun game to do there, and we got a very, very good response on Facebook, Instagram, and on YouTube. And I had done just a post on Facebook not too long ago. If you guys don't follow us on Facebook, be sure to go over there to Facebook and just hit the follow button. I'm maxed out on friends, so if you send me a friend request, I can't accept it, so I'm maxed out. So be sure and just hit that follow button, and we'll be in good shape there. But on Facebook, I made a post on the car. What do you guys think the car weighed? And I tell you guys, that post blew up like crazy. I had to turn my notifications completely off on Facebook, and you guys seem to really, really enjoy that. So that's what led to doing guessing the weight of the door and getting a free t-shirt out of it. So definitely a big shout out to Paul there for winning. We really appreciate him chiming in there. So coming up, what we're going to do is we're going to turn around here. This front end, don't guess it on this video. I'll make a specific video just for the front end to get you guys to chime in on winning the prize pack for this thing. What I'm gonna do is I got in some cool stuff from TSR Racing Products, and some cool stuff from Aerospace. We got some stickers from Aerospace. We got some shirts from Aerospace, TSR stickers, and some fun little toys there from TSR that we'll be sending y'all if you can guess the weight of this front end. I will make a video just for that, so stay tuned to it. Okay, so stay tuned for just that video. Don't guess on this one, all right? But I just want to give you guys a heads up. Hey, that's coming down the pipe here, and we'll have fun with that one as well. But other things that's going on the GTO, we'll talk about it here. Everything that is kind of happening is Hold on just a second.
He is losing his mind.
Sorry about that, guys. Somebody was beeping in my driveway, and I didn't know what was going on there. But it's never a dull day. Never a dull day. But anyways, some things that we got going on here. We are kind of like in this mode of trying to get as much stuff done as I possibly can, when I can. So that's why these episodes on the GTO are going to be a little bit longer than what the episodes are for like the Jeep Scrambler build or any other little small project we got going on, is because of when I work on the GTO, I might get like an hour here or an hour here or a couple hours over here, or work super late into the night on the weekends to actually get some time on it, okay? Because I've got so many other customer builds to work on. But we gotta do what we gotta do. That being said, what I'm trying to do is get as much done to it, so when I've got enough money saved up or enough sponsors on board, when we purchase the electronics and the wiring stuff for this thing, there's going to be a ton of work involved in that for that whole project there, and that's why I'm trying to get everything done, everything mounted, and we're getting close to that. So the upcoming stuff that we got going on, you guys are going to get to see us fix that front end piece there. That's going to be an episode coming up. We need to mount the rear fuel cell. That's coming up. We need to put the drive shaft in it, okay? And we need to put the drive shaft loops in it. That's another thing that's coming up there. Hopefully in a couple of weeks here, we can put the front windshield and the rear windshield in it, and also the side triangle pieces. We'll walk over here and show you that so you know what I'm talking about. These windows here are glass. We're gonna keep those for street stuff, but this window here, I'm gonna put Lexan in it because I don't have enough room to put the roll-up stuff back in it, okay? So we're gonna put Lexan right here so it's a solid window that just stays there, but this one will roll up and down when we're in street mode, okay? But anyways, that takes care of that. So we've got several little odds and ends projects to do, and we're gonna keep doing those, and I hope you guys will enjoy watching those episodes. We're just gonna keep knocking things off the list, That way, hopefully, as soon as I got that money to get that EFI system, that Holley Dominator set up there, we're ready for it. We're ready to just go full send, wire it up, start this bad boy up. That's where we are. But you guys hang tight. We're gonna have a good time here working on this thing. We will have a update video coming out extremely soon. Hopefully, it's either gonna be the same day or the next day that this one comes out. The Jeep Scrambler build. There's been a lot of stuff going on that, and I want to fill you guys on that thing too. But I think that covers it for the GTO. Enough of my talking. Thank you guys again so much for watching. If you're interested in sponsoring the GTO or getting your logos on GTO or getting it on our trailer or on our shirts and that sort of thing, I've listed my email down below. We can work something out. Partnerships as well. If you help me out, I help you out, that sort of thing. Teamwork makes dream works, guys. That's just how it's done. If you can't do none of that or don't have the ability to do any of that, it's completely fine. Just by you guys watching, just by you guys putting a comment down below, giving us a thumbs up, sharing the video, being subscribed to us on YouTube, following us on Facebook, keeping up with us on all those platforms there, helps me out a ton, because I can take those numbers, show it to these potential sponsors, and it helps us out get this thing racing. But till next time, guys, that's it for me. You guys stay safe out there, and we got some cool stuff coming. I'm excited. I'm pumped up about 2021, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'm out here, y'all. Alrighty, guys, before we get out of here, definitely want to give a big shout out to our new partners and new sponsors that we've got on board. Jonesboro Armory, Super Clean, At Your Convenience On-Site Oil Service has just jumped on board here with us here very recently, and we definitely appreciate them for everything that they're doing with us. But you guys hang in there. We'll see y'all till next time. We got a lot of cool things coming your way. Make sure you are subscribed.